Hello students, in this very video we are going to study the process of double fertilization in flowering plants. Now before we move to the main topic, we need to understand the structure of the female reproductive part of a flower. So the female reproductive part of a flower is called carpel, or we also call it as pistil. Pistil, pistil. Now a typical carpel consists of a stigma, the uppermost part you can see here, this one. Now this part is responsible for receiving pollen grains. Now what is this pollen grain? See, pollen grain is the male gamete that is produced in the anther, and then by the process of pollination it reaches to stigma. So the main function of stigma is to receive pollen grain. It is the site at which the pollen grain lands. Then we have got this long cylinder structure known as style, this one. And then we have the swollen structure at the base. This is known as ovary. Now inside the ovary we have got ovule. See, this one is ovule. So let's start from the beginning. Female reproductive part consisting of stigma, style, ovary. Inside the ovary we have got ovule. And then what is there inside this ovule? Inside the ovule we have got the female gamete called egg cell here, that I have drawn in green. This is called the egg cell. And then side by side we have got two synergids. In the center we have got one egg cell and then two synergids. We are not going to go into the details of synergids, what synergids do. Our main focus is going to be on egg cell. Then in the center, somewhere in the center, we have got central cell. Now this central cell is diploid, 2n, because it is formed after fusion of two polar nuclei. Egg cell is haploid, the gametes are haploid. Egg cell is the female gamete, plant gamete. I hope you remember what do we mean by gamete. Gamete means those cells that are involved in the process of reproduction. Like in human male, the male gamete of human being is sperm. The female gamete of human being is ovum. Similarly in plants, we have got the female gamete as egg cell, this one is in green. And the male gamete is this pollen grain. Now let us again understand. First we have got the stigma, style, ovary part. Stigma, style, ovary. Inside the ovary we have got ovule, and then inside the ovule we have got this gamete, female gamete. Stigma, style, ovary. Inside the ovary is ovule, and inside the ovule we have got this egg cell, the female gamete of the plant. Moving on, have a look here. Pollen grain. Pollen grain, they reach stigma by the process of pollination. Pollination is simply a process of transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma. So the first question, how does this pollen grain reaches stigma? By the process of pollination. Now what is there inside this pollen grain? Pollen grain contains two male nucleus inside it. See, if this is pollen grain, so it contains two male nucleus inside it. First male nucleus, second male nucleus. So pollen grain contains two male nucleus inside it. Once it reaches stigma, then this pollen grain, it forms a tube known as pollen tube. See this one. Now this pollen tube grows and finally reaches inside the ovule. You can see all in red. The pollen tube arises from the pollen grain. It grows and finally reaches inside the ovule. Now what is the function of this pollen tube? The pollen tube is responsible, it is a passage for transfer of these two male gametes inside the ovule. So what happens, see, if this is pollen grain, it forms pollen tube like this, and through this, these male gametes, they pass on. First male gamete, then second male gamete. So this pollen tube is a passage through which these male gametes are traveling inside the ovule. Now the next step, what happens when these male gametes reach inside the ovule? What is happening next? See, if this is the first male nucleus, it started its journey from here. It started its journey from there. Finally it comes like this, it moves like this and enters ovule. This one is the first male nucleus. Once it enters inside the ovule, it fuses with the egg cell, and this fusion, this combination of male gamete and the female gamete is called fertilization. Once it is inside, it fuses with this one. First male gamete fuses with the female gamete, that is egg cell, and this is known as first fertilization because first male gamete is involved. And after this fusion, the result that we obtain, the product is a zygote. So see, the first male gamete, it is fusing with this one, and after fusion, this structure is converted to a zygote. Now this is said to be a zygote. This zygote is going to be the future baby plant. Got it? Have a look here. First male gamete, haploid, gametes are always haploid. It fuses with egg cell, again haploid, to form a diploid zygote, and this zygote is going to develop into future baby plant. This is known as first fertilization because first male gamete is involved. Now the question arises, what happens to the second male gamete that was there in pollen grain? The second male gamete also completes its journey. It comes like this. and enters inside. Now this is second male gamete. It also comes inside. Second male gamete, male nucleus. This second male nucleus, it fuses with the central cell. So first male nucleus, it was fusing with the egg cell, and second male nucleus, it is fusing with the central cell. This is second fertilization, or we also call it as triple fusion. Have a look here. See, second male nucleus, haploid, it is fusing with central cell, which is already diploid. The central cell is already diploid, and the product is a endosperm, triploid, 3N endosperm. And this process is called as second fertilization. Now, what is this endosperm? ये एंडोस्पर्म क्या होता है and why this is required? Endosperm is actually the reserve food material for the future baby plant. Remember, I told you that after first fertilization, the zygote that is formed is going to become the future baby plant. This is going to become the future baby plant, this zygote. Once it is fertilized, it is said to be zygote. Now this zygote is going to develop into the future baby plant. So this baby plant requires some nourishment, some food to survive. Endosperm is that food, because later on this structure is going to be converted into seed, and it will be detached from the plant. Try to understand this in this manner. See, in human beings, no reserve food material is required. For development, when human embryo is developing in a mother's body, no reserve food material is required. Why? Because all the time that embryo is connected to the mother, it can directly get the nutrition from the mother. But if you have seen a hen's egg, the egg is not attached to the body of the mother, the hen. So, but the egg contains a life inside it. A baby hen, a baby chick is there. So if there is some life, it requires some nutrition. So egg has got yolk inside it. जो एक की जर्दी होती है, yellow part yolk. That is the reserve food material for that next life, for that chick inside the egg, till the time it hatches. Similarly, because this is life, the future baby plant, and this structure will be converted into seed after fertilization, and it's not going to be attached to the plant. So how is going to survive? ये सीड जब तक जर्मिनेट नहीं करती तब तक ये बेबी प्लांट अंदर सर्वाइव कैसे करेगा? It requires some nutrition. So endosperm is that nutrition which is formed after second fertilization. Endosperm वो nutrition होता है. Endosperm is that reserve food material. Got it, class? So endosperm is the reserve food material for the future baby plant inside the seed. Now it's simple. If you combine first fertilization and second fertilization together, we call it as double fertilization. We call it as double fertilization. So I hope this is clear. Just a brief revision for you. First male nucleus coming inside, first male nucleus here, it is fusing with the egg cell. This is called as first fertilization, and the result is zygote, the future baby plant. Then what happens after this is converted into zygote? Second male nucleus comes inside, and second male nucleus fuses with the central cell to form endosperm. Now this endosperm is the reserve food material for this baby plant. Got it, class? Now very quickly we are going to study about post fertilization changes also. Very quickly we are going to study about post fertilization changes also. See, when plant is there, this female part, it was a part of a flower, so it has got accessory structures also, like sepals were there, petal were there, sepals, petal, everything was there. But after fertilization what happens? That means post fertilization changes. Fertilization के बाद क्या होता है? After fertilization, the sepals, the petals, they are shed off. See, sepal shed off, petals, they are also shed off, the filament anther, part, they are also shed off. Everything is shed off. Even the upper part, this one is shed off. See, like this. What remains behind is this one. Now what happens? This ovule part, this gets converted into seed. This was ovule, isn't it? ये ovule था, so it gets converted into seed. This ovule gets converted into seed, and this ovary gets converted into fruit. ये ओवरी फ्रूट बन जाती है. Ovary is getting converted into fruit, now you can see ovary से बन गया fruit and ovule से क्या बन गया? seed. This has formed seed. So this we call it as पोस्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन चेंजेस. फर्टिलाइजेशन के बाद क्या चेंजेस हो रहे हैं? सेपल्स, पेटल्स, फिलामेंट, एंथर, अदर पार्ट्स, दे आर शेड ऑफ. ओव्यूल चेंज हो गई सीड में, एंड ओवरी कन्वर्ट हो गई फ्रूट में. आई होप यू लाइक द वीडियो. थैंक यू बच्चों.